Cambridge Primary Mathematics, Learner's Book 4. Geometry. Angles and turning. Let's investigate. 2D shapes with 4 sides are called quadrilaterals. This quadrilateral has no right angles. Draw a quadrilateral with 1 right angle. Can you draw quadrilaterals with 2, 3 or 4 right angles? Here are 4 angles, A, B, C and D. Put them in order of size starting with the smallest. Vocabulary. Right angle. An angle that measures 90 degrees. 90 degrees. Dot. Arm of angle. Right angle. Arm of angle. Clockwise. The direction that hands move on a clock. A, B, C, D. Anti-clockwise. The opposite to clockwise. 2. Look at these shapes. How many right angles does each shape have? A, B. 3. Cut out a square piece of paper. Fold it in half along a diagonal. You now have a triangle with a 90 degrees angle and 2 angles of 45 degrees. Fold along the diagonal. The triangle has 3 angles, 90 degrees, 45 degrees and 45 degrees. Use your triangle to help you estimate the size of these angles. A, B, C. 4. Here are 5 angle cards. SNAD. 100 degrees. Put the cards in order of size starting with the smallest angle. A. 40 degrees 10 bow B. Half a right angle C. A right angle. D. 80 degrees east. 5. Here is a spinner. The arrow on the spinner turns through 90 degrees in a clockwise direction. Opening parenthesis. A. Which drawing below shows the new position? A. B. Opening parenthesis. B. The arrow spins through a whole turn. How many degrees does it turn through? C. D. 6. This shape is 3/4 of a circle. It is drawn on the ground. Roz stands at the center and faces along one straight edge. She turns to face along the other straight edge. Opening parenthesis. A. How many right angles does she turn through? Opening parenthesis. B. How many degrees does she turn through? 7. Work with a partner. Look at the pattern together. See how many different right-angled shapes you can find. Use the measuring device you made for question 3 to help you identify the right angles. Vocabulary. Ordered pair. A pair of letters or numbers that show a position on a grid. 4, 3, 32. The square is at C2. Dot. Label the axes. Shade in squares for the following ordered pairs. Position and direction. Let's investigate. Copy the grid. Don't forget to. 3, 2 Mate. Opening parenthesis. B, 3. Opening parenthesis. C, 3. Opening parenthesis. D, 3. What is the name of the shape? A, B, C, D. 2. You have made MBNI. 1. Draw a picture on a grid. Write a set of ordered pairs to make the picture. Give the ordered pairs to a partner and ask them to draw the picture. Does it look like yours? 432. 1. 1. Look at the grid. Leroy places 5. A counter in square. B, 4. Dot. 4. He moves it 2 squares down. 3. What square is the counter? 2. On now? 1. Work with a partner. You each. Absidy. Have your own grid and your own counter. Start your counter on square. C, 3. And then hide your grid and counter from your partner. Do not look at each other's grids. A, B, C, D. Arat Salva. Square. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is at. Opening parenthesis. 3, 2. Dot. Axis. A line on a graph. That is labeled with letters or numbers. We say 1 axis or 2 axes. We look or count along the axis to find a value. 4, 3, 2. Take it in turns to move your counter and describe where you have moved it. Use the words up, down, left, and right when describing how many squares your counter has moved. 1. A, B, C, D. Your partner has to move their counter by following your instructions. Check that your partner's counter is now in the same place as your counter. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4,321. 2. Draw a grid with 6 by 6 squares. Plot the route described below. Start at the dot so that you are facing in the direction of the arrow. Now move. Forward 4 squares. Turn right through 1 right angle. Forward 2 squares. Turn right through 2 right angles. Forward 2 squares. Turn left through 1 right angle. Forward 2 squares. Turn left through 1 right angle. Forward 1 square. Stop. What capital letter have you drawn? 3. A. Draw a grid with 6 by 6 squares. Label the axes like those opposite. 6. 5. Opening parenthesis. B. Shade the following squares on your grid. 4. Opening parenthesis. 2, 3. Opening parenthesis. 2, 4. Opening parenthesis. 2, 5. Opening parenthesis. 3, 4. Opening parenthesis. 3, 5. Opening parenthesis. 4, 4. Opening parenthesis. 4, 5. Opening parenthesis. 5.4. Opening parenthesis. 5, 5. Opening parenthesis. C. What is the name of the shape you have made? 4. Look at the letter F drawn on the grid. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Write down the position of each square that is shaded. 4, 3, 2, 1, A, B, C, D, E, 6. Symmetry. Let's investigate. You have 4 identical squares. How many ways can you arrange them edge to edge to make a symmetrical shape? Record your results. Now try using 5 squares. Use cutout shapes to experiment. Record your results on squared paper. Remember to mark the line of symmetry. Vocabulary. Symmetrical. When 2 halves of a shape are mirror images of each other. The shape below has reflective symmetry. IFO-free line of symmetry. Mirror line. 1. Copy this grid and the shaded shape. Shade 1 more square so that the shape has 1 line of symmetry. Draw the line of symmetry on your diagram and label it. 2. This is a shape made from 4 regular triangles. Use a ruler to copy the shape. Draw 1 line of symmetry on the shape. Is this the only line of symmetry? Discuss with your partner. 3. Copy and complete the diagram to make a shape that is symmetrical about the mirror line. Mirror line. 4. Find all the different shapes in this pattern. Here is an example. Draw each shape. Square. Cut. 5. A sheet of paper is folded once. A shape is cut out as shown. Describe the shape that is cut out. How many lines of symmetry does it have? 6. The capital letter E has 1 line of symmetry. 3. Write down all the capital letters that have lines of symmetry. Some capital letters have more than 1 line of symmetry. Can you find some examples? 7. Explore how you can cut a square shape from a piece of paper that is folded once. There is more than one way of doing this. 8. Look at this pattern. It is made up of different shapes. Find some symmetrical shapes in the pattern. Here is an example. Line of symmetry. Mirror line. 2D shapes. Let's investigate. 2 identical right-angled triangles are made by cutting a rectangle in half. The triangles are joined together, edge to edge, to make a new shape. Here is one possible shape. What other shapes can you make by joining the triangles together? Vocabulary. Polygon. A 2D shape with 3 or more straight sides and angles. Copy and cut out the triangles, then rearrange them. See how many different shapes you can make. Deregular polygon. Polygon. No with sides of equal length and angles of equal size. Quadrilateral. A 4-sided polygon. GR parallel. 2 lines that are the placa. Sonat. Parallelogram. A quadrilateral with opposite lengths that are parallel to each other. Opposite sides are equal in length and there are no right angles. Same distance apart all along their length. The 2 lines will never cross. Octagon. An 8-sided polygon. Heptagon. A 7-sided polygon. 1. Here are 7 shapes. Opening parenthesis. A. How many of the shapes are heptagons? Opening parenthesis. B. Which shapes are hexagons? Moodback. A. B. S. D. F. 2. Name these quadrilaterals. 3. Opening parenthesis. A. It has 4 right angles. The sides are not all the same length. Opening parenthesis. B. It has 2 pairs of opposite sides that are equal in length. No angle is a right angle. Opening parenthesis. C. It has 4 lines of symmetry. The angles are all right angles. Here are 6 shapes labeled A to F. B, E, F, C. Copy the table and enter the letters to show the properties of each shape. Has at least 1 right angle. Has no right angles. Only 1 pair of equal sides. 2 pairs of equal sides. 4 equal sides. 4. Use a 4x4 spotty grid like this one. Join dots to make the following shapes. Opening parenthesis. A. A hexagon with at least 1 right angle. Opening parenthesis. B. A quadrilateral with exactly 1 right angle. 5. Use a 6x6 spotty grid like this one. To E art. Draw the line shown. Draw 3 more lines to make a square. 6. What shape is Lucas thinking of? My shape has 4 right angles. It has 4 sides. The shape is regular. 7. Here is a pattern made of 2 different shapes. One shape is a square. What is the name of the other shape? 3D shapes. Let's investigate. Imagine you have 2 identical cubes. Place them together so that a face on one cube is against a face on the other cube. Vocabulary. Do AF Agoria for W. Tetrahedron. A 3D shape with 4 triangular faces. Make a solid with 2 cubes. Name, draw and describe the new 3D shape. Net. A 2D diagram that can be folded to make a 3D shape with no gaps or overlap. Obam mailing pail. Dash. How many faces, edges and vertices does it have? Here are 4 different arrangements of 6 squares. A, B, C. Which arrangement cannot be folded to make a cube? 2. Here is an open top box in the shape of a cube. The box was made from this net. D. Draw the net. Mark the net to show which square is the base of the cube. Use an X to mark the square. 3. Below is a page torn from Michela's notebook. Pyramids. A pyramid is a 3D shape. The base is a polygon. The other faces are triangles which meet at a point called the apex or vertex. Examples of pyramids. Dot. A tetrahedron is a triangular pyramid. Dot. Dot. Square pyramid. A square pyramid has a square base. Triangular pyramid. Opening parenthesis. A triangular pyramid has a triangular base. Use Michela's notes to help you finish off the description of a tetrahedron. Use the words faces, edges, and vertices to describe a tetrahedron. 4 here are the nets of 6 3D shapes. One of them will not make a pyramid. Work with a partner to identify each shape, then describe its properties. Opening parenthesis. A. Opening parenthesis. D. 1. Opening parenthesis. F. 5. Lydia is thinking of a 3D shape. What shape is Lydia thinking of? My shape has 5 faces. The 2 opposite faces are triangles. The other 3 faces are rectangles. 6. Here are some shapes made from regular triangles. Which shapes will fold to make a pyramid with a solid base? A, B, D,